Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Floor 203. I'm your host, Jay Green, and today we are back riding solo again. Still no sponsors, but make sure that you do leave a like and subscribe before we end things, of course, so you can make it with me all the way to the top when we become the top 5 number 1 basketball podcast in the world. 2028. You know, it's going to be a squad, probably about 3 of us. I don't know. We're going to make it. It's going to be bigger than Stephen A. But getting into things, man. NBA Summer League has been absolutely cracking this week, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not taken time to sit down and watch but about 3 games. But one game I did get to watch, and now I've been really liking what I've been able to see. We got our boy, Bronny James, coming up with 17 points versus the Clippers. I'm gonna have this playing in the background for us while we talk about it. But honestly, instead of talking, let's just watch some of these clips, break it down right here. So you see he's using the screen well. Ooh, let's see. Hey, by the way, Dog Connect, we need to see some more from you. I'm going to try not to have any dead space here. Dog Connect played absolutely terrible, but I'm very happy with Ronnie's aggressiveness with his play. He seems to have been getting this, he has a lot of confidence. And I feel like his first year obviously helped. And I feel like his development is going to be a lot more than people think. I think he came into the league, I guess, kind of early because he probably would have went undrafted, of course, if he wasn't LeBron James Jr. But, he has gotten so much better, especially since whenever he had his, his injury that kept him off for a while. His, heart attack thing, I don't want to get it, I think was it cardiac arrest? I don't want to get it wrong. I'm not going to talk about it. But whenever he had his injury, he has gotten significantly better. And look at the hustle, too, on, the offensive rebound right there. Just second chance points. I definitely think that he's going to be able to be in the rotation this year because, the hustle, and he's just been okay. Now, he hasn't been great, of course, but he still has a lot of time. And I think him getting some early reps this year is going to be beneficial to him because, again, he's supposed to be able to play some this year. I don't know exactly where he'd be at in the depth chart right now. I would say probably the 3rd string point guard would make sense. Maybe even 4th. I don't know if there's 3 ball handlers above him right now, though. But even look, these are good moves. He's getting to a spot. He doesn't look like he's struggling. So, a lot of people talk about his size. A lot of people talk about his defense. He seemed to have been able to hold his own. He's very strong. You see him against Cooper Flagg. When he was playing against Cooper Flagg, he was able to keep Cooper Flagg in one spot, really try to not really play really great defense, of course, but play adequate enough, play standard defense, especially for being, 6'2", 6'3", maybe even, I wouldn't say he's 6'9", he's definitely not 6'1", he's definitely around 6'3", but he's definitely built, of course, look at his dad. So he's super strong. I think there's a lot of upside here. If you can just look at the player build itself and that timeline, if you don't put Bronny on it necessarily, it's another, look at these, he's moving, look how quick. I just want, we just gotta go back. Look how quick he is to get back. So he loses his spot. We went back probably too far. We'll even come here. He loses his spot, gets pushed up, boom. He's so quick to flip his body around and get back. I'm not saying he's the fastest or the greatest, but it's better than normal. It's higher than average. So you got to look at these little tiny things. That's going to get you more minutes on the court, being able to just keep your man, stay in front of your man more. But that is very, very, very good. Honestly, I'm very impressed with what he's been able to do so far in the Summer League. I think he's just gotten better and better. And I think throughout the year, I think it is really a ramp-up process. And I feel like by the beginning of next year, we're going to be talking about Bronny being a solid backup. A solid back. He's going to be a backup. Now, I don't know. It's going to be his last year in LA too. So after that, we could probably see him going into year 4. That's crazy. That we thinking that far ahead. But going into year 4, Bronny would probably be not even on the Lakers, unless the Lakers if they keep him around to play with Luka. What if Bronny played on the Lakers for 12 years? Now, that sounds like something ridiculous to say, But like, what if Bronny kept his role? Call it nepotism too, but say he played like a solid, top 20 point guard in the league, just top 30 point guard in the league, just a basic, just a starting point guard, is average, dead average. Say he's the 22nd best point guard. What if he played on that Lakers team for like 8 to 12 years with Luka? What if Luka and Bronny won a championship? Now I'm just like, what if in 2030 you got Bronny, Luka, and whatever else they could have on that starting line? Because no one's gonna know 4 years from now. The whole team's gonna be Luka might not even be on the team. Who really knows? But you look ahead. Would that not absolutely be insane though? Like, I'm not really gonna say that's gonna happen. I wouldn't put money on it. But is that not like a crazy thought that he could legitimately stick around for the longest? That's pretty funny. I really think, and I feel like if he goes to another team too, that would not be bad either. Like, so say Bronny does go and gets traded. Say he on his 4th year, whatever, because I don't think he'll be out of the league, especially with that last name. I think he'll still get to at least 7 years. I think 6 or 7 years, no doubt, just based off just the name and him. I know he's not going to be ass. Just no. I really am very confident when I say that. Um. Oh, shout out to Rio, the young OG. He is free. He was locked up for like over 3 years, locked up forever. I've been listening to him for about past 2 years. Shout out to Big Bro. I didn't even know I had that pulled up. But going into some reports, I just want to go ahead and look. Shout out to Hooper page on Instagram. Really one of the only pages I can follow that's just not posting a bunch of BS. But apparently, the New York Knicks have been in touch with Ben Simmons during free agency. I really like this. I know they need a slot because they don't have a ton of money. I think it is really ridiculous. Like, I feel like Ben's getting too much hate now. And maybe, I'm part of that, of course, because I was one of the biggest Ben Simmons haters. If he went to the Knicks, bro, you're telling me he couldn't. I just still feel like there's something there, bro. Like, he is a 6'10". Like, go watch what Ben Simmons can do. He can do a lot. Like, can we look up Ben Simmons Clippers? Is there any Ben Simmons Clipper highlights? Let's see. I mean, we can look at it as just his preview right here. This is just 5 months ago. And now this is washed up shitty Ben. But I just want to take a glimpse because, like, there's something here. Like, this guy is not just a bum. Like, I feel like he really was healing from an injury. And, like, he was just really messed up in the head. Like, I've been messed up. Like, not messed up in the head, but, like, everyone's been through some shit. But, like, I really went through some shit, like, mentally. I can feel like you can, like, just snap out of something. Like, maybe he's just been in this mood and then he's been dealing with injuries, just lost his touch. I mean, look at the dude. Just based off his build alone, even if he's still not able to shoot, his IQ of the game, he has a good IQ of the game. Like, look at that, right? That is a great move, finding the open space. Tipped out. Okay. I mean, see, like he can still add to a team, and he's a big body. So even on defense, like, is his defense that bad? Because I'm not finna go look up like Ben Simmons Clippers defensive highlights, but like, let's see right here. So like he still gets steals. He's coming off. He's quick off the fast break. I mean, I'm not saying he's good. We know he's not good. But like, you're telling me he couldn't be okay, just a seventh, eighth, eighth man off the bench. I mean, he was a god at one point that just couldn't shoot, but he was a god in every other aspect. Like, you watch him, he can still direct. He's bringing the ball down. He's still a confident player. The cameras did cut off there just for a second, but like I was saying, if you gave him a really good coach Like, especially if he went to somewhere like New York. And even like with him being on the Clippers, he's in a very good spot with a pass first like guard who's just a great scorer. Maybe not a pass first, but with a great passer and James Harden. I mean, and he's gonna be able to step up in this role, really. Like if he stays on the Clippers, we look at the Clippers last episode, and let me just pop over there real quick. By the way, shout out to Miami Heat. I have this pulled up because Khalil Ware has been doing pretty good. He did pretty good in his last summer league game, and I'm really starting to like this roster a little bit. We'll take a little break. So we got Tyler Hero, pretty nice, big guard, or tall guard. Maybe not the strongest. Norman Powell, great shooting guard, can get buckets, shoot tough shots. Andrew Wiggins, a solid, not great, but a good three. Bam. All defensive team, defensive player of the year, possible candidate sometime, maybe. Starting to shoot threes too. Khalil Ware, good center, young, has a lot of time to develop. Nikola Jovic, Highsmith, Mitchell. I mean, you still have, I don't know why Hami's all the way down at the fourth. I feel like I'm drunk. Like, is he just not playing no more? Because I really don't know what happened. Like I thought he was gonna be like the most promising guy. Like he literally was like so promising. I don't know what's happened. Maybe I gotta go a little deeper into that. But yeah, I think this Heat team has been making pretty good moves, and I think the young pieces they have are very, very, very promising. And you're also gonna have like you have a big contract and you have picks. You can make a move at some point if you want to get rid of Tyler Hero or Bam. Like if you got rid of Tyler Hero for not a Luca, not a Luca, but like an Ant Edwards, but like not gonna be Ant. I can't think of somebody off the top of my head that'd be perfect. Maybe like a Jaylen Brown. Like if you had Jaylen Brown, I don't know. Who would you rather have right now, Jaylen Brown or I would rather have Jaylen Brown over Tyler Hero. If you had Jaylen Brown with Bam, I'm not saying that I don't know. I mean that's something maybe you could look at. I don't know why he don't ever look at stuff like that. Maybe I'm tripping though. I don't know how the money match up. But anyway, what were we chatting about? Talking about Ben Simmons. So if we go over and look at the Clippers roster, and then let's go look at the depth chart, you see that Ben Simmons is going to be, wow, they have him. Well, he's not even on the roster right now, technically. That's true. Well, Ben Simmons will probably be third behind like Nicholas Batum's all the way at third. Damn. They might have Ben Simmons, honestly, behind like Chris Dunn. Probably. Probably. So he'd probably be the fourth string because you'd have Harden, Dunn, Bogdan, and then Ben. Or maybe Ben's and Bogdan, but depending on who's playing better, depending on how. But usually Bogdan's been going to be in. Especially since I don't know how great he's been shooting, but he can shoot. Ben Simmons cannot shoot at all. Um, okay. If he went to New York, though, let's go look at New York's roster. Say he goes to New York. I'm kind of just getting too deep into this in a sense. Because I feel like any team that he would go to, I'd be happy with him going to. Like, I feel like he could add something. So, but if we look at the Knicks depth, it's not very deep. I don't think you brought back Shamit either. So, I mean, you got Jordan Clarkson now. So, I mean, you still have a great, like, dude, this team, I don't know, like, you can get rid of one of these dudes to get some depth. I mean, like, because OG is a star, but he's not, none of these dudes are going to be able to, like, really be, I don't know, like, I feel like, bro, the Mikal Bridges trade blows me. I just don't understand that. I really don't understand that. Like, you could legitimately be bringing in, you could have brought in, like, I don't know, KD, literally any, I don't know. Not saying he's bad, but he's really good. He had that stretch where he scored like 12 straight in the fourth, too, against the Celtics. And then he also had that play against Tatum. Like, he's really good. But, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, Yabusele, Clarkson, McBride, and Robinson, who's probably going to be playing a lot. Probably going to be playing a lot. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. I think Ben Simmons would be great, though. Because then think about the size. Think about Ben Simmons coming in for Jalen Brunson just for a little bit, or like maybe not even that. Maybe coming in for like Josh Hart. Then you're gonna have 6'7", 6'11", 6'8", 6'9", 7 foot. I mean, you got better. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns is slow as hell, not great defensively, but he's not terrible. I mean, it's okay. But like, that'd be good. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping though. Hopefully he gets to a team though. Shout out to Ben Simmons. And also shout out to Johnny Furphy. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but I also want to check this out. This is probably the best play I've seen so far. I mean, besides some of those cool buzzer beaters, bro, there was some cool ass shots that you usually do not see. Like think about like that Bronny Hook shot, like shots you just don't see a lot. And I don't know why that was the first thing I thought about. But damn, bro, they did get his face bad. Like like to pick that, like damn, like they really got you like dirty with that. But let's see, continuing. What do we have? Oh, Victor Oladipo. Now I've been seeing. I have not looked at this. Well, actually, I literally commented on this, but it says Victor Oladipo has been seeking an NBA comeback. And has been impressing teams during his workouts. I mean, an all-star, 33 years old. He's probably been rehabbing very well. I mean, he's probably at his best shape, I would say. So he's probably at his like most confident he's probably been in a long time too. Uh, I don't know where he would be able to go. Last time it was in Miami, and it kind of just seemed like a nightmare. Sometimes, like it really was just kind of like nightmarish. Um, I don't know where he would go. I don't know where he would go, but it would be nice to see him. Like I said, maybe, like the Lakers. I don't I like it. What team that because he's going to be on a minimum. So it's like teams that might be able to just take a splash, take a shot, because you're just hoping they get something. I mean, you're not going to be bringing this guy in knowing he's going to be like making change in your organization. So I don't know who would be good to really just go take a wild shot on him. By the way, shout out to Dylan Harper too. And bro, this Spurs team is just absolutely like, it's just really insane. Like if we go look at their depth chart right now, and now this is just, I'm glad we have this time of the off season so I can really just start like talking about more teams. I'm really trying to get my knowledge up about the overall teams a lot more before the season starts. So we're really trying to like learn a lot. But if you go look at this depth chart, bro, like that is just absolutely insane to me. Bro, Victor Wembanyama is going to be the top 10 player in the league this year. You have Dylan Harper, dog. Stephon Castle, dog. Julian Champagne, Stephon Castle, again, dog. I mean, you have so much depth on this team. You have so many young pieces. I mean, I'm really liking what you have. And you still could make a trade for a star, make another move. You have a lot of pieces that can be moved that are just young, but at some point you have to make a move, you know. Um, is Champagne the rookie? Who is the rookie? Man, who is the rookie that came out that is absolutely locking people up? That's on the, let's see, is he on the roster? He's on the Summer League roster, I know. Is it Carter Bryant? I'm not quite sure. It's kind of just slipping my mind right now. But anyway, the main thing that we have for today, which is probably going to be in the title, um, first off, we could address this. Shaquille O'Neal being mad about like Kobe Bryant's ranking. Um, you know what? Oh, well, of course. Shout out. And then, yeah, never mind. I don't really care about Shaq's opinion. But we're here to look at the top 15 players based on Bleacher Report's rankings. They have like a highest and they have like a lowest ranking. So there's like a team of people and it just breaks down top 15 players. So at number 15, we have Jerry West, the logo, iconic. Look at the accolades: 27 points per game, 5 and 6, 2 steals, 13 seasons. Dude was a dog. I didn't know he averaged 27. It's pretty crazy. Dude was a straight bucket back in the day. Um, Top ranking was 12. Low 25, 7, 9, and not too bad. Oscar Robertson right here, 14 seasons played. Highest ranking was 11, lowest was 23. I think it's a pretty fair spot. Oscar Robertson at 14. So going down to 13, we got Kevin Durant. I think that's fair. I was literally talking about this when I was like 12, trying to put Kevin Durant in top 10 situations. So for him to get all the way up to 13 is so funny because I only knew like when I first started watching basketball, I knew like 17 players, 20 players total. So I was making the top 10 list out of those. I always had Kevin Durant at like 12. Poetic justice. Got Kevin Durant at 13. I wish he could. I hope he wins another ring, to be honest, at some point. I hope it doesn't interfere with you know, I don't know. I hope he wins. If he wins a ring with the Rockets, I think that'd be really dope. I think that would be really dope. And I think that would definitely make up a top 10 player because if he wins a ring, he's better than Hakeem Olajuwon, say. Um, Amazing player, 21-11. I have nothing against this right here. What's his highest ranking? Highest ranking was 10. Okay, that's fair. I think him at 12 is very nice. I wouldn't say he is a top 10 player. Kobe Bryant at 11. Kobe Bryant's all over the place. Me personally, I don't think this is like the craziest thing ever. I think between like 7 and 11 is fair. Saying Steph Curry's greater all time is kind of crazy. I don't really know though, because like Steph Curry is definitely like, I don't know. I mean, still 4-time champion, 2-time MVP, 11-time All Star. Probably should have been Finals MVP twice, but that don't really matter. Steel champion. So I mean, defense. Kobe Bryant. I mean, I know he had the defensive teams, but like a lot of that's inflated as could be. At least that. But like, I'm not even gonna try to like hate at all. Um, I don't know. I will go with it though. Let's get to Steph Curry, top 10 player of all time. I'd agree. I think it's a very fair spot because top five, we start talking crazy because he can't be above the man that's finna be. He can be above Will. I could see him being above Will. But shout out to Will Chamberlain. Absolute stats don't even make sense. Michael Porter assist numbers with so funny. Shout out to bro. And then I guess coming in number 8, we got Larry Bird. Would Steph ever be greater than Larry Bird? Like, it would because if Steph never wins another ring, what would make him higher than 10? Because he already has the 3-point lead by infinite amount. No one's gonna really care if that gets to a certain point. Because it's already so high, like it's gonna be there for a while. Um, I mean, because like another deep like playoff run, maybe another like memorable moment, maybe a conference finals run. Because with a conference finals run, I think he's better than Will. I think if Steph Curry can show his old age and still show that he is like great. I mean, highest ranking being 4, by the way, is crazy. Steph Curry's not top 5, but I think he could be like top 6. I think he could be 6 or 7 by the end of his career. Shout out to Larry Bird. 7, we got Tim Duncan. I don't think Curry could be better than Tim Duncan. I think I don't know actually. If Steph Curry wins another ring, this is going to be an uncomfortable conversation because he'd be higher than Tim Duncan in my books. And that I mean I don't even know what you would do with that. Greatest power forward of all time. I think this is a very great spot for him. I usually have him at 6 or 7 anyway. And then we got Shaquille O'Neal. I like this right here, bro. It always disappoints me though. I feel like Shaq could have been the greatest player of all time, like easily could have been the greatest player. And I love how the list just like resets, like that. That's so convenient. But Shaquille O'Neal being at number 6, still feel like there's some wasted potential there, which is like crazy to say. But honestly, a very good career. Played 19 seasons. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal. Don't have too much to say about it. And then we got Bill Russell. don't really have too much to say about it. I'm not too familiar with Bill Russell's game. Early player. 11-time champion, though. Can't say too much to that. Having him over Shaq, I guess, yeah, because Shaq's definitely not. I guess that would make Shaq the third greatest center because I'm assuming Magic Johnson, Kareem, Bron, Jordan, kind of, okay, yeah, kind of like climactic, but yeah. So, I mean, Jordan and Bron, I mean, I'm not going to really debate that. I think LeBron's greater, but I feel like his count stats, like his championships, his MVPs, I feel like you should have more of that Dirk, that ring with no Kevin Love and Kyrie. I mean, there's two of those. You should have been able to maybe have 5 rings. If you win another ring, though, I think you could definitely make your argument that he'd be like the majority GOAT. I think he could definitely take this spot in the actual list. But it's going to be hard to have anything better than like, you're not going to get to 6, obviously. But, just having those chances where you could have easily, swiftly been the GOAT and you kind of missed. It's kind of like, but 22 seasons in, and then of course you got all the other accolades with him, with every accolade possible, really, or a scoring record possible, every record possible. Sorry, not every accolade, but yeah, I don't really know what else we have up here to talk about. Let me just click through real quick. I gotta sneeze. Listen, but the last thing I guess we'll talk about real quick here is the Seattle Supersonics expansion. Now, it seems like that has been delayed, but it says, will or won't they? This is an expansion question looming in the desert as NBA owners gather to discuss business matters during their annual summer meeting in Las Vegas. An answer could come on Tuesday. That would have been today. Nothing did come today. I really wish, of course, it'd be great if that could happen. I feel like Seattle having another team. And plus, bringing back the jerseys, bro, one, the sales, the money's going to be there. So I feel like if the NBA was looking at it, it's automatically going to make them more money. So it's like that right there probably gives me an idea that they're going to do it because it's just beneficial to basketball as a whole. Like you talk always about expanding the game. Expand the game back in the country first before we start going to all these other countries trying to play basketball games. But like, if you want to expand more, spread the culture more, you got to go back and you got to go to the spots where they really want it to and where it's thriving already. Like I feel like if you added 2 teams, because if you added 1, you could probably add a team. I guess Vegas is probably gonna be the first team, of course, but you could have a place like the Kansas. You could have another team in the Carolinas somewhere. Like no doubt, like if you had a good team, like because we already have all the college basketball up here that's always so live, and I think it would be pretty sick if you could have maybe 4. I mean, I don't think you need to have 4 teams because 34 teams in the league would be kind of nuts. I think that's the max you would ever be able to get. That'd be like, I don't know, because then that'd be nuts though. That would be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, but I think if you added 1 team, you had 32, match the NFL, Kansas, Seattle. I don't know. Maybe I'm sure. It would probably be Las Vegas. It would be Las Vegas. But I hope y'all did enjoy, man. That not too much to talk about right now, but we did have a nice little episode there. The camera died 3 times, which is very unfortunate, but we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen next time. But I hope y'all did enjoy, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.